Good afternoon, everybody. This is Peter Wilt. I'm president of your Chicago Riot. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the promotions we have coming up at Chicago Riot games at the Big O, the Odeum in Villa Park. Let's work backwards and start with February. When is Mascot Day? 27th, the last home game of the season. Mascot Day, we're still in the process of putting our mascots together. Oh, Heather's bringing the big board, kind of like idiot cards for this idiot. This is what I'm working off of. February 27th is going to be Mascot Day. We're putting together the lineup of mascots. If you have a favorite mascot that you would like to see, it's not too late to call and let us know who you would like to participate. Or maybe even you want to be one of the mascots and you can dress as Charlie the Tuna and be on the field at the Odeum February 27th. We also have the makeup day for the Chicago Riot game that was snowed out earlier in the year. That's going to be our only Saturday night game of the whole season. Saturday, February 26th. Now that's an 8 o'clock kickoff. All the other remaining home games are at 7 o'clock. February 26th against the Missouri Comets is our Scout Night. Scout Night is open to Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Daisy Scouts, Soccer Scouts. Maybe Mike Jeffries, Frank Klopas want to come out. We've got some good players to keep your eye on. So Scout Night is February 26th. February 13th is Parade of Champions and the Family 4-Pack Day. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 4 popcorns for the low discount price of $69. That's for the February 13th game against the Omaha Vipers. February 6th, now, okay, most of you probably already have Super Bowl plans ready for February 6th, but I'm telling you, the place to be is not your living room, not Dallas, Texas, but at the Big O, at the Odeum, when your Chicago Riot will be taking on the Missouri Comets. Now, the Super Bowl starts at 5:30 p.m., the Riot game starts at 7 o'clock. Now, you're not going to miss a bit of action. This is why. If you come to the Riot game, okay? For all the excitement and action scored in the Super Bowl in the first half, we're going to equal it on the field at the Odeum. We're going to score more points, more goals than the Super Bowl teams will touchdowns. And on top of it, we're not done yet, on top of it, in the first half of the Super Bowl game, we'll be taking copious notes of scoring plays and recreating it for your enjoyment at the Odeum on the field at halftime. So you won't miss anything from the Super Bowl. So make your plans now to spend Super Bowl Sunday with the Chicago Riot. Also, before that, January 30th is Chicago Soccer Heritage Night. This is going to be a really fun night. We're honoring, first of all, C.J. Brown, the great Chicago Fire player who recently retired. He really epitomizes the greatness of the Chicago Fire, the tradition, the history, the work ethic. More than any other player in fire history, C.J. gave of himself to the organization. So I'm really excited and proud to be able to honor him at January 30th game. It'd be great to have you on hand there as well. We'll also be honoring the 20th anniversary of the NPSL champion Chicago Power from the 1990-91 season. I got some props here. Here we go. This is the Chicago Power, taken from, this was taken in 93-94. But we're honoring the 90-91 team that won the championship, including Teddy Kraft taking this shot here, will be on hand. He was at the Riot game on Sunday. He's a big Riot fan. Mirko Castillo right here is flying up from Houston to come to Chicago Soccer Heritage Night in the reunion. Greg Muir, I haven't gotten a hold of him yet. If you guys have seen Greg Muir, please let me know or let Greg know about this day. We'd like to have Greg there as well. I know he's in town somewhere. I'm in the picture too. There I am with my wife sitting in the front row. This was a game against the Illinois Thunder with a crowd of over 13,000 fans packing the Rosemont Horizon. We're hoping to pack the Odeum on January 30th for Chicago Soccer Heritage Night as well. We're going to be honoring all the old Chicago soccer teams, including the Sting. Willie Roy, the famous head coach of the Sting, the Hall of Famer Willie Roy, will be at the game, as will Pato Marhetic. Pato was the head coach of that championship Chicago Power team, and of course was a star striker with the Chicago Sting back in the day. He's coming in from Detroit for the game, so Ed Piscarich is coming up from Dallas. We look forward to seeing him. His wife, Deb Piscarich, who sang the national anthem for those Power games back in the day, is going to do it again, and she's going to sing the national anthem that night. Howard Balson, the old play-by-play man for the Sting and the Power, is going to be on hand to do a special halftime ceremony, PA, honoring the players and old staff that are on hand. By the way, if you wear an old Chicago soccer jersey, whether it can be a current jersey, it can be the Fire, it can be a Riot jersey, or an old team that doesn't exist anymore, the Power, the Sting, the Storm, Shockers, Horizon, or even the Vultures. This is Chava Valencia's 1984-85 Chicago Vultures jersey. Chava, by the way, is going to be at Chicago Soccer Heritage Night as well. If you wear one of those jerseys to the game on the 30th, you get a complimentary Chicago Riot pin. How about that? You can't beat that offer. If you still fit into, even if you don't fit into the jersey, wear it anyways, and you get your free pin. And you also get your picture taken on the field at halftime with the legends of yesteryear, with the Chicago Sting, the Chicago Fire, Chicago Storm, all those guys on the field. You can have your picture taken in a giant team photo. After the game, there's a public reception with these old-timers at the Odeum Lounge, so we invite you for that. Finally, coming up, not October, January 16th. This Sunday, 7 o'clock at the Odeum. Get your tickets. They're going fast. We're playing the Baltimore Blast, Baltimore's first appearance in Chicago in a couple of years since the Storm went away. This Baltimore Blast, which is currently tied for first place in the MISL, will be coming in. It's Atletico night. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Atletico, for supporting your Chicago Riot. Game time is 7 o'clock. Just like every game, tickets start at $10. Now, if you actually want to sit down, well, then it starts at $15. It's only another $5. Spend the extra money, splurge. It's worth it. Not a bad seat in the house. Call the Chicago Riot at any time for your ticket. 630-708-6284. All right. So I forgot a couple of things, and my videographer was kind enough to give me a take two. I've got some props here I want to mention. They all pertain to some of the promotions we're doing at Chicago Riot Games. First of all, Chicago Soccer Heritage Night. We are looking for permission from the league. So Commissioner Grimaldi, if you're watching this, we're asking permission to use a retro soccer ball on Chicago Soccer Heritage Night. Produced by Kendis, not Wilson, our official soccer supplier, soccer ball supplier, Kendis, made a ball similar to this, only with blue stars, maybe it was red stars and white panels. So a red, white, and blue ball. We're looking for permission to use that ball. So show up on January 30th to see if we indeed got that permission. This is from my personal collection. It's a Chicago Sting mug from the championship year, 1981 NASL Soccer Bowl champs. Actually gives the scores of the championship rounds, all the playoffs. September 26, 1981. I remember where I was that day, actually. I was hosting a party in my off-campus apartment at Marquette. My roommate and I were celebrating, listening on the radio to Howard Balson, he actually gave me this mug and is going to be there on January 30th doing the MC duties at halftime. Gives the scores, 1-0, Sting over the Cosmos in a shootout. Rudy Glenn, who will be there as well, scoring the game winner for the Sting that day. We also have some old collector's cards, a collector's set, 110 card set. Oh my. Well, the first one on the top is Eric Dade, not Eric Duda, Eric Dade, the Baltimore Spirit, not Baltimore Blast, Baltimore Spirit, that shows that the Baltimore Blast are not we're not in continuous operation going back to the early 1980s, as some allege. Milwaukee Wave is actually the oldest continuous professional soccer franchise in the United States, and this here is proof. Who else do we have here? Oh, another Spirit player. Oh, these are all Spirit players. Jason Dieter, Doug Neely, Rusty Troy. He also played for the Wave, for the Dallas Sidekicks. Let's go through these Baltimore players. We don't like them. Ooh, the Buffalo Blizzard, Mike D'Annunzio. My wife always called him and his brother the Rat Brothers, Mike D'Annunzio and Bobby D'Annunzio. Nothing personal, guys. I think just something that she had with you. There was also the Pikuzinski brothers. She had another name for Randy and Rudy. Paul Doherty, a former Chicago Fire player. Well, these are great old cards. Randy Pikuzinski, speak of the devil. There he is. He was a Chicago Power player as well, and Milwaukee Wave player. This is, Chicago Power. Here we go. Greg Muir. Not sure if he's going to be there. See Greg, let him know about it. Russ Prince, goalkeeper. He will be at Chicago Soccer Heritage Day. Art Wyrot. Let him know about it. I haven't heard from Art. But these are some of the guys that are going to be there. And we hope you're there too. Finally, we got a couple more things. We now have Bozo buckets at every home game. For your chance, if you're under 12 years of age, to play Bozo buckets, come to a Chicago Riot game and hope that the Riot Girls' magic arrows land on you, and you'll have the chance to use the ping pong balls and throw it into bucket number 6 and win a Schwinn bicycle or some valuable candy bars like the Bun Candy Bar, a chocolate Turkish taffy from Bonobo, or of course the famous Bozo prize, Tootsie Roll, a giant Tootsie Roll. And then I also have, yes, the blue suede shoes. There was no winner of the blue suede shoes from our Elvis Night, nor was there a winner for the Elvis Presley album. This is on actual vinyl, which means you probably have no way to listen to it. But if you can send to me in 75 words or fewer why you are deserving of these blue suede shoes and Elvis record, you may be a winner. Check out our website, ChicagoRiotSoccer.com, and submit your entry to why I deserve Elvis's blue suede shoes and the Elvis vinyl. Well, thanks for watching this segment of Riot Promotions.